Chief Investment Officer Lee Partridge's job is on the line, and so is the county's $10 million annual pension fund contract with Salient Partners of Houston. Here with the details are my guests, Phil Blair, Executive Officer of Manpower San Diego, and Bill Scheffler, a consulting actuary, San Diego County Taxpayer Association board member, and who was formerly on the San Diego Pension Reform Committee after the pension system was underfunded. We invited Brian White, CEO of the County Retirement Association, but he was unavailable for this interview. Now, Bill, let's start with you. One of the major concerns over Partridge and Salient Partners' performance is that they're using this risky strategy called leverage investments. What is that strategy?
Well, leverage investments amounts to borrowing money that you don't have and then putting that money into the market. So you're actually risking money that you'll have to pay back. If you make losses, you still have to pay the money back with interest.
So that's why it's risky. As far as the brass tacks, what does that mean to the pension fund in San Diego? How much are they actually borrowing and how much is at risk?
Well, it's unclear to me exactly how much Partridge has proposed that they put at risk. They're talking about only doing 25% of the portfolio, which would be $2.5 billion, I'm sorry, plus whatever leverage is on top of that, which could be another $2.5 billion.
Okay, so about $5 billion. Now, Phil, do you support the idea of using leveraged investments to try to make up or try to improve the funding of the pension system?
Well, I think anytime, Peggy, you can borrow at 3 or 4% and have a 13% return is a really good idea. But the issue is the beneficiaries of the pension plan have got to be on board and support that much risk. It is risky, yes, but is it a manageable, comfortable risk, or is it out of the comfort zone for the members? And I think the pensioners need to be comfortable with any decision. They might want to go extremely conservative, but nobody's asking their opinion, and that's where I think we need to make the changes.
And Bill, as far as who's making these decisions, what qualifies the County Retirement Board to make investment decisions, one, including the contract and whether to terminate Lee Partridge?
Well, the composition of the Retirement Board is set by state law. The state law only requires that 3 members of the 9-member board have any substantial financial expertise at all. All the others are either management employees or union elected officials. As far as who has the power to hire and fire, the county supervisors have the right to approve Lee Partridge's salary. But as far as hiring and firing, the board, that is the pension board, has the right to make hiring and firing decisions. Of course, if the supervisors don't approve his pay package, he would probably quit.
Okay, and speaking of county supervisors, Diane Jacob, who is on a retirement board member, she's critical of this $10 million, I should say potential $10 million contract with Partridge and his firm, because she's saying it's not worth the cost. Could pay up to $10 million, and we're not getting a good return on our investment. So I'll start with you, Bill. Do you agree with that? Do you think we're paying this person and this firm too much money?
We're paying them more than twice as much as we're paying the City of San Diego. And over the last 3 years, the City of San Diego's portfolio has outperformed the counties. So yes, you're paying much more than the city would, and you're getting less return.
Phil, do you agree with that?
It's hard to argue with that. You're paying more and getting less return. I mean, that's a pretty obvious decision. And I think Mr. Partridge's challenge tomorrow is to explain how that's going to change and explain the past, because maybe there were extenuating circumstances. But it's very hard to argue with what Bill says in that case, that there may need to be a change if he can't explain why that happened.
What do you think there would be grounds for terminating Lee?
Too high expenses and too low a return. I mean, he's a consultant like every other consultant. You're as good as your last return, and that's a reality of that. Remember, we're not firing employees. This is a consultant that's hired to do a job, and if he's doing the job, great, keep him another year or 2. If he's not doing the job you want, then replace him with somebody who will do better.
Do you have an opinion on it?
From the explanation I've heard, he should go. I mean, lower return, higher expense. Those don't make sense to me.
And Bill, who's on the hook for the county pension fund if it loses a lot of money based on these investments?
The county is. The county, the employer is. and the taxpayers for the county are, not the employees.
So not the employees, it would be county taxpayers via the county.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we are out of time. We have a lot more on our website, kpbs.org. Phil Blair and Bill Scheffler, thank you very much.
Thank you, Peggy.
Thank you.